I've had some people ask me to make a video about Bill Elder Radio. How is it done and what's the deal with it? Well, this is your video. First of all, everything that happens with Bill Elder Radio is done through the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Bill Elder Radio, and this is what it looks like, and you'll find, well, of course, the latest uploads and more information than you'd ever want to know, like previews on upcoming Cloudcast and comments from people that are kind enough to listen. So I guess the next question is, how does Mixcloud allow us to upload music for everybody to hear on the internet without having the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory sued out of us by the music industry? And the answer is the timeline. So here I am on my Mixcloud of Bill Elder Radio, and as you'll notice, there is a list, and next to each song is a buy button. Now I have to put these where they are. I have to fill in the information by using this over here, and it's called Edit Info. Now, when you edit info, what they ask for is the artist name, the song, and the label, and I enter all of these things, and when I'm through, I add it, and then it takes you to this called the time stamper. The time stamper allows you to take a node for each song and to move it on the timeline where the song begins so it displays as your podcast is playing. Now, the one thing that Mixcloud really needs to work on is the mobile app. Now, this is a second-generation iPod Touch, and nobody expects these things to work at all. And yes, I can get to the point where I can play the podcast, but when I click it to play, the thing crashes and goes away. Now, I don't expect this to work because it's kind of, it's old, just like me. But they really need to work on the buy button thing. I had a friend of mine contact me about a jazz song that I played in honor of Dick Clark, Bandstand Boogie. And he said, this ought to be up on iTunes. Well, it is up on iTunes. But the problem is if you're looking at an iPhone or an iPod Touch or even an iPad, which uses the same app, you can't buy because it doesn't use Flash and it doesn't display. So until they address this issue, because it's the perfect match to listen on your iPhone to a Mixcloud Cloudcast and then say, hey, I like this song, and then be able to buy it and have it uploaded to your iPhone. That would be perfect. And I'm sure they're working on this, and they're also working on an Android app. So they've got lots to do. I work ahead on my broadcasts because I think it's best because they're permanent and you upload it. It's not like doing a radio show, but I like for them to be as good as they can possibly get. And I really appreciate all the input and the requests and the folks that are making kind comments about it because it really makes it fun to do. And I hear a lot of great music and hear a lot of folks, and I'm having a great time doing this. Thank you for participating in this. And as always, your comments are welcome.